Hello everyone. Welcome to the last thoughts of Too Busy Mind, a special chapter between seasons of the last thoughts of A Busy Mind. I'm sorry if I sound sick. It's because I am. My nose is stuffed, my throat hurts, I will cough, but I will not cough directly into the microphone. Those of you who are long-time listeners probably remember the saga of sickness that was 2023 and 4, the start of 2024. But yeah, so far I managed to skip it, but no more. um, my guest today is Kiarash. He's one of my oldest friends. We will get to that very shortly. Do you want to say hello?
Hello.
Yes, just so you know, the show is unedited. As it is a tenet of this show, it will never be edited because I hate editing.
Good. And you're a bit lazy, I think.
Oh, I am a bit. I am very lazy. Just ask the people who I've been telling them I want to make a Dracula video for the majority of the last season, and I didn't.
Good.
Yeah. Anyways, my drink today is, because I am sick, vitamin C. It's
Which
effervescent
brand?
tablet. It's Health Aid.
Health Aid. Good.
Yeah, I don't know if...
Is it Iranian?
Yeah, there is Persian on the back.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's an effervescent tablet.
And does it taste good?
Not too bad. It doesn't taste good.
Is it flavored?
Yeah, it's orange flavored.
Orange flavored.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, what is your drink?
Well, the drink of my choice tonight is Dur by
my God.
Chupan. Il Chi Dur by Chupan. It sounds like a very cheesy commercial something, but I love Dur, so I
I know. I fucking hate it. For those of you who don't know what is Dur, it's yogurt and water. And some other stuff.
shaken, not stirred.
Yes. Though you shouldn't shake these. They are... Is it carbonated?
No, it's not carbonated.
Ah, okay.
No.
Some of them are.
Yes, and they're tasting like heaven. Seriously, like heaven.
Well, agree to disagree.
Mhm.
So, as I said, Kiarash is one of my oldest friends. We met each other on 4th grade of elementary school.
Almost 20 years ago.
Yes, almost 20 years ago. When we met each other, it was 2000. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say something, but I don't remember what movies came out 20 years ago.
It was around 2006 or 7, I think.
Well,
No, 2005.
a few years before we met, Lord of the Rings came out.
Yeah.
It was very big when we were kids, right?
The fun fact here is that I've never followed these fantasy works
I know.
until I began university, I think. For 18 years, 19 years, like for 10 years at least, or 11 years ever since we became 18. We've been close together,
Yeah.
and you had a crazy mind for fantasy. I can remember that you've been writing your own fantasy worlds.
Oh,
You had
yeah.
characters, themes, stories, stuff like that, even maps.
Oh yeah, I do
Drawings,
have them. I do
yeah.
have them still.
And we talked about everything: Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, I don't know, Chronicles of Narnia. And I was like, okay, good. And I resisted for like 10 or 11 years to get into the fantasy novels or fantasy movies.
Yeah.
And now I love them.
Yeah, it's, you'll get there in the end. Everyone gets there in the end.
Exactly.
If you don't like fantasy, you will love it at some point.
Agree.
So, yeah, we met each other on the 4th grade of elementary school. We were in the same class because there were 2 different classes, I think. Was it?
Rahyar?
Rahyar,
was
yeah.
the name of our school.
Rahyar Educational Complex.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. Yeah, and you've seen the process of that
Oh,
place to become a complex.
Oh, yeah, I was there
You
from
have
the
to
very
explain it.
beginning. Yeah.
From the very first bricks.
Yes. It came out in 1383. I'm gonna use the Iranian numbers, I
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
which is the same year I went to school. Like
Good.
it started when I went to school,
Yeah.
and when I went there, the reason it's called the educational complex is because they have classes from the first grade of elementary school up to the end of high school.
Even more than that, they have kindergarten as well.
Oh, they didn't when I was there.
Yeah. Right now they have kindergarten
Oh,
as well.
damn.
Remember
Well-
the first door on the left in that hallway? I mean,
That
at the end of the hallway, you could see the entrance for the elementary school.
I don't.
If you went right, if you turned right, I mean, if you turn right, it's still there. If you turn right now, you can go to the middle school. I don't know what has happened to that after they changed the system again to six classes instead
I
of
think they put 3 in middle school, 3 in high school.
perhaps.
I think
And
so.
and on the left side of the complex was high school.
Yeah.
But when you entered the hallway, the first door to your left was kindergarten, or maybe
I
right.
don't remember that at all. To be honest, the elementary part is the biggest one. Like it has the most classes and
And facilities,
yeah,
library.
Yeah, they turn a lot of them into classes as well because
Mm-hmm.
who needs a library or a
Exactly.
science lab?
Oh, right now, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that.
they turned a lot of things into classes. Like
Oh.
remember, there were like some rooms between complexes, like when you went from the elementary school to the middle school.
Yeah.
They put 2 new classes there.
Even in the hallway.
Even in the hallway.
Okay.
Not in literally in the
I
there
know.
were 2
I know.
rooms
They
there.
have divided a
Yeah.
section
It's
and turned
weird.
that into a classroom.
Yeah, anyways, we were there. When I was there, they only had classes for first, second, and third grade of elementary school. Nothing else. We were literally the first one. Then when I went to the second grade, they added the 4th grade.
Mhm.
Then when I went to the 3rd grade, they added the 5th grade. And then when I went to the 4th grade, I met you. They had everything there.
Yeah.
Like when we started, do you hear that all of the things about the hallways and all of that? When we started, the elementary school was where the middle school is now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You used to
Okay.
go to the right, not to the end of the
You
hallway.
sound like the ghost of the hallway.
Yeah. I know that place like the back of my hand. I've been everywhere.
Mhm.
I was there. I mean, you were there too, before they had a sports complex.
Yes. Yes, I remember that as well. Yes.
Yeah, we used to play in the yard, then they
Yes.
built the whole thing.
That was a can we use F word?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I use
Good.
fucking
That-
shit all the time.
Very good. That was a fucking surprise. Fucking marvelous surprise, actually.
Yeah.
And the fun fact is, many years later, when our path were diverged, actually was diverged in high school, you stayed there, and I went to Mofid
Yeah.
to
yeah.
study human studies or literature, whatever. That complex was huge, enormous, big. We had everything, but Mofid was like a very old house. They have changed. They have somehow remodeled that house to make it suitable for school. So it didn't have anything. We only had a canteen. And we, for example, we studied there. We had our tests there. We had some meetings there, everything. And one day they told us that we have arranged a sports complex. And for, I don't know, soccer or volleyball, stuff like that, you can go there. And when I took the information paper and I wanted to sign my name, I see the address. It was Rahyar High School. Yeah, and I got back to Rahyar after many years, but this time from Mofid. And it was a very, very nice reunion.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's been so long.
20 fucking years.
Yeah.
20 years.
We were in the same class. There were 2 classes in our grade. I remember.
Yes.
We were-
ADAP and something else, right?
I don't remember any of the names. I
Yeah,
remember
I know
the.
that.
I remember the teacher's name,
Yeah, me
which
too.
was Khanim Ahmadinejad, Mrs. Ahmadinejad.
Mrs. Ahmadinejad.
For those of you who don't, Ahmadinejad was our president. It was his first term, by the way.
Exactly, yes. And surprisingly, our teacher was not related to.
Yeah, another branch of Ahmadinejad.
We had too many Ahmadinejads in our lives.
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't remember anything about her.
Really?
I don't.
I remember that she was a cranky old woman very bad tempered, and she only liked a few special students. I don't know, and she was really moody. Sometimes she liked that guy. What was his name? Jalali?
I don't remember.
The one who used to say, "I have TEFL instead of TOEFL."
Oh, I know who you mean.
He was very tall.
Yeah. I don't remember the name, but I know who you mean.
Yeah, I think his surname was Jalali, Mir Jalali, something like that. I don't know, but
I don't remember.
yeah, for example, for a while she liked him, but then since she was moody, she changed her student of interest.
Yeah, I know.
Or whatever.
Funnily enough, me and Kiarash have a third mutual friend, Pastor. I don't think he was in Ahmadinejad class.
No.
He was in the other teachers,
Yes.
which I don't remember the name of because we didn't have anything.
Yeah, I can remember the name of our teachers, like Miss Ahmadinejad for 4th grade, Miss Tahiri
Yeah.
for 5th grade, and Mr. Qawami was the
Oh yeah, he was.
iconic character of the elementary school, and then Mr. Gorji,
Oh
definitely.
my god. Yeah, Qawami. I don't know what they call. He wasn't the administrator.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't the dean even.
No.
What
No,
was
no.
What do you call Nazim in American or British schools? I don't think they have that.
I think we have a word. It's just at the tip of my tongue. I forgot it.
It's basically a security officer, but for children.
Yeah, if we want to talk about actually their responsibilities in Iranian school.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
but-
basically a security officer. They
Yes.
have to keep the children calm and deal with attendance
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Mhm, mhm.
Uh,
I knew it. I just forgot.
yeah, Qawami was one of them. I
Yeah.
remember very fondly. I didn't hate the guy. There isn't a lot of people I hated in middle school. I hated a lot of people in high school. A lot of faculty, I mean.
I see.
Yeah. For middle school, I think my biggest problem was with the guy who had a mark on his forehead. Was that in middle school?
God. He was a teacher?
Yeah, he used to teach us theology and shit like that.
Yes.
Was he the one who told us to write our own questions and answers and then would quiz us on it?
Yes, he was actually another level of lunatic. I mean, he could redefine the meaning of lunatic for everyone.
What kind of questions you written there? What there?
Do you remember?
I remember one.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no idea about that. What was it?
We used to, for the context, we used to write questions and answer them ourselves, and then he would quiz us based on like everybody's questions. I used to. There is one that. Okay, I have to say it in Persian and then I have to translate it.
Okay. I'll help you. Go on.
Yeah. پنج اصول دین چند تا بودند؟
Good. Well, that is basically.
Yeah.
What
are the five? How many?
How many principles are the 5 principles in religion? I mean, you already answered the question within the question itself.
The reason I remember it is because in one of his tests, that question was there. So I used to tell people, "You're welcome." That fucking easy question, it was me.
It's very weird that I cannot remember his name because I can almost recall everybody's name.
Do you remember who was the college guy?
College guy? Yeah. Wait. Sartipi?
No,
that was
He was our
sociology
class.
Yes.
I remember the history class,
Kazemi, yeah, sure.
I remember the literature ones, which another one was also Kazemi, I think.
Exactly. Ruhollah Kazemi.
Ruhollah Kazemi.
Yes. He was an expert on Hossein Monzavi's.
Yeah. He was our literature
poems.
teacher on 2nd grade.
Yes.
The third one I remember was Qawami, the superstitious guy who believed in fairies, in jinns, and all of that. The first one I even remember, which was Navoi.
Navoi?
The guy who was clearly an addict.
Speak of being addict. I remember that guy, Mohammadi something. He used to be our Herfil fan teacher.
Oh my, Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Oh
What can we? How can we translate Herfil fan?
Yeah,
It was a technical.
No, it was shop class. It was literally shop class.
Yeah, or workshop.
Workshop. Yeah.
Yeah, we did everything. I mean, we fixed cars, we sell stuff, we cooked,
We were supposed to. We were supposed to.
I
do
think the
all of
only
that.
profession we haven't experienced during that class was working as a hooker. I mean, we did everything.
We don't know what happened behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is that we were supposed to do all of them. The thing we mostly did was woodworking.
Exactly.
But
And we had nice facilities in.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
By the way,
High five.
I'm looking at them right now. I'm watching a lot of woodworking videos. We had a bandsaw and a drill press.
Yes, for kids.
Yeah.
You're fucking right. It was really scary. Now that I'm thinking about it, we had
Yeah.
everything like a very very professional industrial wood shop or wood,
Yeah.
for example. I don't know what we call it.
Wood shop.
Wood factory even.
No, it's
and it was used by bunch of elementary school boys.
yeah.
Crazy boys.
Yep. Wow. I used to be fucking scared of the bandsaw. I did all of my cutting with that
Yes.
coping saw.
Yes, I can remember that I made a backgammon.
Ah, yeah.
That was my project, and also I made a holder for the door of my room.
I made a knife, which I still own, by the way. I made a wooden knife.
I wanted to ditch the project, and if you remember, he was insisting that we have to do something special. Before I came up with the idea of backgammon, I just wanted to do something, so I took a piece of not log, it was a piece of wood actually.
Yeah.
I cut some part of it and I told him that this is my project. He was surprised and he told me, what the fuck is this? And I told him, you stick it under your door and you use it as a holder. Oh my
Amazing.
God. Yeah, and afterwards, I mean, after he yelled at me, I came up with the idea of backgammon, so I made a backgammon. That was
We
impressive.
also made a project together, me, you, and Pastor. We made a Cyrus's temple.
Yeah, God, you're right.
Yeah.
And I think we have also made a hovercraft.
We made... we didn't make a hovercraft. We made a robotic thing.
Something, yes.
Which wasn't for this class, by the way. It was for the college class.
Yeah.
Which I don't even... to this day, I don't know what the fuck that was.
I seriously don't remember.
The guy used to work on security for the Imam Khomeini airport. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh my
I remember one session he asked a couple of us to stick like 5 or 10 books to each leg with a tape, with scotch tape,
Yeah.
and walk for like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and afterwards, I mean, the books were detached, and we felt much how can I put
Lighter.
it? Lighter, excellent, lighter. And he told us that this is how you feel if you were walking on the moon, and we were like, "Ooh!"
Yeah, the guy
That's a
was
bit-
weird. He told us about the hydrogen bomb. He
Yes.
told us the origin of hydrogen bomb.
Yes, exactly. I think we have to explain that it was a school for privileged ones.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
not all the schools
yeah.
are like this in Iran,
It was,
unfortunately.
yeah. Not the our school's experience is very, very privileged.
Very privileged. Yes.
To be honest, even amongst private schools,
Yes.
Lahya was
Because
very
I can
privileged.
remember we had a physics lab, we had a chemistry lab,
Yeah.
we had a iron workshop and separate wood shop.
Yes, we had a monthly magazine,
Oh my God, yes.
which I used to write in, and you
Yes.
also used to write in.
Yeah, after a while I was the editor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had my own.
You had your
page.
own column.
Yeah, which was fantasy interviews. I used to
Exactly.
interview like fantastical figures.
Exactly. This is why I mentioned at the beginning of our discussion that it is very weird how I could resist for many years not to read Lord of the Rings or Harry
yeah.
Potter or I don't know.
I-
By the
I-
way, I have just watched Game of Thrones. Can
Oh
you
my
believe it?
god! What season are you in?
It's done.
Oh,
Completed.
so
yeah, done.
yeah. So you're to the bad stuff to season 8.
Yeah,
And
I
shit.
think it was. I mean, that's a parenthesis among what we were talking about our childhood. We'll get back to that, but I think it ended well. The last season, I mean, the 7th and 8th season was not really strong, but since I'm really amazed by the power of stories. And the way that it ended, the way that monologue of the guy, what was his name? Tyrion, yes, about stories, and this is the unifying cause of everybody was beautiful.
I mean, to be honest, I can see where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree, mostly because even though the intentions were good, the execution fucking sucked.
I don't know that yet. I don't know.
The turn that Daenerys made. Like,
yes, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like they were shooting, and after a while they said, "Fuck." I mean, what can we do with her? And someone maybe in their crew, in the whole casting team, says, "Let's kill her." Oh my God, how? Let's turn a fucking evil out of her. Good. Who should kill her? I don't know. Jon Snow. Good. What for example, what have to do to Jon Snow? I don't know. Let's send him to exile.
Yeah,
exactly. That was crazy. That was crazy.
They had a destination.
Yes.
They didn't have a way to get there, but they just needed to get there.
I know, but as far as I'm concerned, the whole series has been written under the supervision of R.R. Martin himself, right?
No.
No?
That's the thing.
I got it.
He told them a few specific things that will happen, but I think they followed the books for 4 or 5 seasons. Then they started, right?
Yes.
Which is, you can literally see the drop in quality.
Exactly. From the moment they killed Jon Snow,
and brought him back in the next season.
Yes. Right now I'm reading his books. My wife, sent some books from States. The whole Song of Ice and Fire. Yeah, it's the name.
It's a Song of Ice and Fire.
A Song of Ice and Fire, yeah. And a Fire and Blood. Fire and Blood. The book.
Yeah.
Yes. This what we call it, spin-off.
I think it's a spin-off. I don't know, to be honest. I read a Song of Ice and Fire and Ice and Fire. I don't remember. This is where I'm gonna be kind of contrarian. I didn't like the books.
Really?
I was bored.
Wow.
A little bit.
I haven't. I mean, to be honest, I haven't started yet. I read a few pages of Fire and Blood, and it was good.
It is
amazing.
Very well written. I will give him this, that it is a very well written book, and I can see why people like it. But in my defense, I like Tolkien. Like, I like shit like that.
Yes, I mean, Tolkien.
I like epic, mythological stuff, and this is very political.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, Tolkien is a whole. It's completely another level.
Yeah, and the thing is that I like political, historical stuff, but I like history for that. I read historical stuff.
Yeah, I know. I agree. Okay, let's get back to that here before. We have to end that chapter. Do you remember Bunny?
Oh yeah,
Bugs Bunny.
Do remember that. Okay.
Well, let's make it clear. The guy's name was Bonnie. Bonnie somehow means the builder or the establisher, if we want to translate in Iranian in Persian language. But we used to call him Bugs Bunny.
Because I mean, the guy. Okay, first of all, we had these things called great consultants, which used to. Each grade had their own.
Yes.
And their primary things were they were in charge of what extracurricular activities we used to have.
Yes.
What classes we used to have, and the weekly schedule. Like, they were in charge of all of that.
Yes. Actually, they had more leverage even than the
dean.
Dean, yeah.
Yeah. They were very... And the 3 ones we had in middle school were actually... I think the Bunny we made fun of him a lot, but he wasn't that bad.
Vatani or Vatancho?
No, Vatani was another person. all of these people are different things, by the way. We have, okay, remember I said we had someone in charge of a great consultant which made sure what extracurricular activities
Yes.
we had. We also had a person who was in charge of those extracurricular activities, which this isn't unique to us, by the way. This is called معلم پرورشی.
Yes.
It's every school kind of has them.
Yes, and I think it's just a trademark in Iran. I mean, you don't have such a role
Yeah,
in
and
any other
basically
school.
the guy's task is do extracurricular shit.
Yes.
Like you want to take people out to, for example, visit a museum. You want to take the kids out to visit a museum. He's in charge of organizing that.
Yes.
Vatani was that.
Yes.
After Abduli was that.
Abduli, yeah, correct.
Yeah. Vatan, I think I know who you mean.
Batani was that
He was
crazy
also
tall guy.
both of them were fucking tall. Vatani was fat. The other guy, the great consultant, was thin.
You mean Bonnie?
No, the great consultant for the third grade, who was also very tall but was very thin,
Yes,
very lanky.
I know who you're talking about.
Don't remember them.
Yes, but I have a very clear memory of Vatani or Vatanha. I don't know what was his name exactly in Yazd. Do you
Oh yeah,
remember
that was Vatani.
Yeah. Do you want
Yeah.
to tell it?
Oh, I fell in Yazd. That's the only memory I have. I fell on my fucking knee and I limped for the full day.
I remember. We've been out in a desert actually, and there were quicksands everywhere. And we've been playing, running. It was not actually quicksand. I mean, that's not the correct word because quicksands are dangerous.
Oh yeah. This is just
Yeah.
sand hills.
Yeah,
sand dunes.
Yes, dunes. Exactly,
Yeah,
dunes.
literally
yes,
dunes.
dunes, and we've imagine a bunch of 12-year-old, 13-year-old boys.
Middle school kids.
Yeah, middle school kids, full of energy, running through sand and stuff, and we've been in the middle of doing all this shit, and suddenly we realize someone is shouting, "Ooh, I'm a polar bear!" Remember that? It was Vatani. He was rolling upside down from one of these dunes, and he was shouting, "I feel like I'm a polar bear." I can swear to God, we've been kids. We didn't know it back then, but I can swear to God that he has smoked something.
It's very possible.
It's possible.
Like you've been a teacher.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
oh
you
my God.
smoke
Oh
something?
my God.
Okay, we need to move on from right here because
yes, that's a crazy
in high
story.
school, we were separated.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed in Ahya because I wanted to study math.
Yes.
Kiarash went to
I'm so sorry. You really wanted to study
No,
mathematics?
I kind of agreed to study math.
So
I
you
was
settled
bribed
for it.
Yeah, I was bribed to study math.
Yes.
Literally, I was bribed. I was
I know.
bribed with a tablet that was really shit. An
I know.
Asus tablet.
I know. And I can remember one of your birthdays that you've been at the third grade. I mean, we've been at the third grade of high school. And it was your birthday with a bunch of your friends like Omid and other guys.
That was the fourth one. Fourth
No.
year of high school.
No.
I
That
didn't
was.
know them.
Oh yes. That was the fourth.
Yeah.
That was the
last
fourth.
year of high
Yes, the
school.
last year of high school.
I changed
Yeah.
majors
Yes,
in the
yes,
last year of
yes.
high school.
Before that, I had a discussion with your dad.
Yeah.
And by the way, I called your dad Ali Baba.
Yeah.
Because you're Ali and he's your father,
Yes,
so Ali
I'm
Baba.
Ali, he's Ali Baba.
Yes, Ali Baba is your dad, and I have saved his contact like Ali Baba.
Oh my god.
And yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I have to blow my nose.
Okay, do it. Don't do it directly into the mic.
I know.
Yeah, and we had a very, very, very weird discussion. He told me that I think that Ali wants to study arts. Art? Do we call it arts?
Yeah.
Yeah, art. Yeah, and he wants to become a director and stuff like that. I beg you to convince him to study humanities at least. And I was like, I'm studying humanities. It's not a bad major, and we have to explain that in Iran.
Yeah.
Yes, in Iran there's a stereotype.
Okay, first of all, we need to explain that in Iran, you usually go to 4 different majors in high school. Mm-hmm. Either you go to math,
Exactly.
Biology, humanities, art, or you go to like shop school and have for
Exactly. Industrial stuff.
Yeah.
Technical industrial stuff.
Those are people who like literally just want to go into like into a shop like woodworking or mechanics or stuff like that, they usually go to there.
Yes.
Art is usually a stereotyped as for people who don't like to study, because people think people who go to art don't study. It's actually it's a universal
fool around.
Yes. And
traditionally, it is believed that those who are stupid studies humanities,
yes,
and literature because it's easy, and
the smart ones,
the smart ones study either mathematics or biology.
Yes.
It's not biology; it's science or applied science, something like that.
No, it is biology.
It's mostly biology.
Yeah, because doctors usually go.
It's mostly biology. So imagine that I am studying within this. Atmosphere, and with this stereotype, I'm studying humanities and literature because I wanted to become a lawyer, as I am right now. And Ali always wanted to study arts, but he was bribed, or let's say forced, to study mathematics. And at the 4th grade of high school, he had this option to change his major. He wanted to do so, and his father was desperate. He told me that I beg you to convince him to study humanities, and I was like, okay. I talked to you in that birthday, if you remember, and you told me that I'm going to Kamalul Mulk. Yeah. And I was like, do you like it? And you said, I love it. Why? And I can remember that I wanted to tell you that your father had this discussion with me, but I never told you.
Yeah, you did. You told me afterwards.
I told you afterwards.
Yes. Yeah, and to be honest, I was in a miserable place in the 3rd year of high school. I've talked about this before on this show. Probably it's been going on for 100 and something.
Yes, I have heard some of them. Not all of them, some of them, yeah.
You should listen to more.
I know. I'm ashamed.
Yeah. Listen to this one.
I don't promise you, but no, I will.
You can.
Definitely I will. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Yeah, so I stayed in Iraqia, you went to Mufid.
Mm-hmm.
10 years passed, we went to our universities. I went to Surrey University to study cinema directing.
Cinema.
And then you went to Shahid Beheshti.
Yes, it is Martyr Beheshti University, or let's call it National University, because before 1979 revolution, it was called National University.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know
we
that.
had Tehran University and National University. National University was after 1979, after the revolution in 1979, they changed its name to Shahid Beheshti. After they killed Beheshti.
Yeah. I was gonna say there was a time when Beheshti was alive. It was kind of weird to call it. Yeah, we're gonna call this after the dead guy Beheshti.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I'm fucking alive. Yeah. So we have to explain again. We had a very prominent politician. I think, I'm not sure, but some can argue that he was a good guy. Many others argue that he wasn't a good guy.
I mean, to be honest, he didn't do shit.
Let's say.
Before he could do anything, he
knew something, for being a mullah, for being an ayatollah. He knew how to speak English at least.
Yeah.
And
he has this very amazing line, which is in one of the walls in Haftativ Street, which I love. I'm gonna say the English version is America. Be angry at us and die from that anger.
Yes.
The guy was assassinated alongside 72 other people, including the president at the time, which was Raja'i, and the prime minister, because we used to have both, which was Bahona.
Yes.
Which the reason I know Bahona, our home used to be in Bahona.
Exactly. I think that they wanted to name a few places. A few hospitals, a few universities, a few streets, and they wanted to use classy names like Martyr Rajai, Martyr Beheshti, Martyr Bahuna, and they said, okay, what can we do? Let's kill them all.
We martyr them first.
Yes, and then we can change the name of these places.
Yep.
Yeah, but it used to be called National University.
I didn't know that, to be honest. Wow. And I know Tehran University of Art is also like kind of fucking old in that regard.
Yes. The oldest universities which traditionally has law as a separate major was Shiraz University in Shiraz, Tehran University in Tehran, and National University which is
Which
called
apparently, as far as you told me, Beheshti is actually the best one for law.
It used to be for many years. I'm not updated on that matter anymore, but those
When
days.
you went to it, was
Yes,
it,
yes, and it had a reason. It had a clear reason. It had a clear reason. Let me correct myself because you're not going to
edited? Yes,
edit
yes,
this
it will,
fucking
it
shit.
will, it will remain in the
I know.
episode.
Yes. The reason was after the Green Movement in Iran, 88.
Oh yeah,
After the Green
1388,
Movement.
by the way, people,
1388, yeah, not
which is
19.
2000, which is 2009.
Yeah, 2009. The Green Movement. Many prominent and well-known law professors of Tehran University has been forced to leave their jobs.
Yeah.
And Shahid Beheshti or National University acquired their positions and somehow rescued them, let's say, and it made a huge faculty of law. I mean, back then, when Tehran University had, I think, 6 or 8 full professors in its law faculty, Shahid Beheshti used to have 18.
Oh,
Because it kept its own professors, and it also
got the ones that were
yes,
forced
got
out.
the ones that they've been fired or forced to leave their jobs from Tehran University. Therefore, there was a very,
Yeah.
very noticeable distance in the quality of their,
Yeah, and
teachings.
when you went to Shahid Beheshti, I
Mhm.
remember you took up teaching
Yes.
at Mufid.
Yes, I
The high school
started some legal shit, like internships and stuff, and I need some payments, so
Yeah.
I became a teacher,
A literature teacher.
a literature teacher, and I love teaching. By the way, I love teaching. I'm
Yeah.
still a teacher.
Oh,
I teach English.
I know, not in the school. Right?
No.
Yeah.
No. I
It's-
mean, I still kept my teaching attitudes. Or
Oh, yeah, I know. I know what-
Attributes.
I know what you mean. I'm just saying that
No. I don't.
the whole
don't-
thing
yes.
is that when you were a teacher, didn't at times you wanted to smoke something too?
Well, I'm not a smoker, you know that, but there were other things that I wanted to do. The most crazy, I mean the craziest, not the most crazy, the craziest memory I have from the very first week that I've been working as a teacher with some guys, some other adults that's like they used to be my teachers 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks
Yeah.
ago. I can remember that we had a Forbidden Monday. That was actually the name, Doshanbahay Mamnu, Forbidden
Oh.
Mondays, and no students were allowed to stay within classes or stuff because the other days of the week we could stay even after the regular hours to study or to I don't know, to do whatever, or even to play. I mean, we had a site we called it site in Iran. Yes, it was
computer lab.
yeah, computer lab. We called it site.
Yeah,
Site.
because I don't know. Because you use it to access website. I
Yes,
guess.
and we called it site, but it was actually a computer lab. Students could stay there and play Counter-Strike and things
Yeah.
like that. But we had one day, which was Forbidden Mondays. And I started my job as a teacher there on a Saturday. So, I'm sorry, on a Tuesday. And everything was fine. Then we had Wednesday, cool. I had a few teachings. I assisted the main consultant in some
Yeah.
other extracurricular activities. I turned to that shit that we've been talking about. Then we had the weekend. I mean, the weekends in Iran are Thursdays and Fridays, to be
Yes.
clear. I mean, we're
And
not off.
it wasn't Thursdays when we were kids.
Yes. And it isn't now, I think.
I don't
It's
think
still-
it's a half day basically.
Yeah.
It's half.
Yes, but Saturday and Sunday for most of your speakers, for your listeners perhaps, here are the equivalent for Saturdays and
I mean,
Sundays
to
or
be honest,
Thursdays and
most of my
Fridays.
listeners are probably Iranian, so
I
they
know.
already know.
Let's imagine that we have a
International
wide, yes,
audience.
a wide variety of different audiences.
Yep.
Anyhow,
The 3 people who are gonna listen to this, the third one is in US.
yeah, I can ask Pario to listen to. So
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the fourth.
Wait a minute. You weren't gonna ask her to listen to this?
She had no idea that you had a podcast.
Oh my.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so
To be
sorry.
honest, I should be sorry for not advertising it well. You should be sorry for not telling your fucking
Yes.
wife about it.
I'm so sorry. Anyhow, I was telling you. So
Does she
then
know
we
I
had the
have a
weekend.
YouTube channel?
Yes, she knows.
Oh,
She
okay.
knows. No, I'm lying. She didn't know. I will tell her.
At-
She
at-
still doesn't know. I will
Oh.
tell her.
At the very least, show her some of my videos about Iranian cinema.
Sure, I will. I will. Anyhow,
Yeah.
after the Wednesday, we had the weekend, and then Saturday, and on Sunday, I realized that tomorrow is Forbidden Monday, and the Monday begins. I was preparing myself to get out around 3 or 4, and one of my colleagues, he used to be my teacher, one of my colleagues told me that, Kiarash, you can stay. And I was like, okay, but I'm not feeling okay. I don't know what you guys do. I didn't know whether they turned the school into a gay club or something like that. I don't know. Forbidden Mondays. That was a serious name for that. And he said, no, it's not a big deal. We play volleyball with teachers and staff. And I was like, okay, volleyball? He said, yeah, we play volleyball. And I was like, is it I don't know, some kind of sexy volleyball or something? I mean, if you play volleyball, yeah, you can do it in front of other students. I mean, why it's Forbidden Mondays? And then...
Keep the image of the teacher from...
No.
Oh.
No. The volleyball began. And we began to play. It took like 2 hours. And for 1 hour and 50 minutes, 50, not 15, like
Yeah.
more than 95% of the game, they were shouting some curses, some words that I have never ever heard in my life. Like, your mother is some kind of a whore fucker when your father was selling her, I don't know, to a pimp. Pass the ball. I mean, it was like, come on.
These are your teachers.
You teach with that mouth? I mean, I mean, in the morning, you go there and say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We want to begin our next. And then I realized why it is called Forbidden Mondays. I was shocked. Imagine. I mean, I became a teacher sooner than I started my university. This is why it's shocking. We forgot to talk about it.
Yeah.
I participated in National Literature Olympiad in the
Yeah,
3rd grade.
yeah.
I got the gold medal, so I was exempted from studying 4th grade.
For concours.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
concours, which is entrance exam in Iran. Therefore, I was hired by the same high school to teach literature or help others. And the crazy stuff here is that I was teaching 4th graders who were at the same age with me.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a tough year. I mean, they were like, dude, you should be sitting with us right now. I mean,
Yeah.
and this is why I was fucking shocked by that Forbidden Mondays, because I technically was a student.
Yeah.
And I started my career as a teacher. But anyhow, that was fine. I continued to teach for 7 years after that.
Yeah, until I know you taught in COVID as well.
Yes, I had online classes, virtual
yeah.
classes. And the reason actually I quit teaching was COVID.
Ah,
Yeah.
you didn't like the online.
Yes. I mean, I love the energy I had in the classroom and the connection with students. And I love my students, every one of them. So as soon as we experienced COVID, the virtual classes were like a bummer.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I got emotional. I love teaching. I need a refill of ilchi. Unfortunately, it's not carbonated, so when I open the lid,
Yeah, twist the lid. Yeah,
twist the lid, open the lid, or cap the lid, it doesn't say psst.
I don't think it's lid. I think it's cap.
It's cap?
Yeah, bottle cap.
Yes,
bottles
cap.
Bottles
Yes.
have caps.
Yeah, I know.
Bowls and shit have. I don't know.
I'm drinking all of it, I think.
Well, that's good.
1,500 cc of Duke. I'm feeling
I
busy.
mean, to be honest, people who listen to this know my relationship with Coke and stuff like that. So
Yes.
Coke, I mean Coca-Cola, not
Yes.
cocaine.
Yes.
But anyways, the thing about COVID that I'm gonna say this one last anecdote, and then we're gonna do the 5 random
Sure.
questions.
Sure.
Is that the thing I remember very well about you teaching is that literally the day before Iran went into lockdown for COVID,
Yes.
I went to Kiarash's school
Yes.
to
Oh my
speak
God.
about the differences between plays and screenplays
Exactly.
and anyways, dramatic writing.
Shit.
Yeah, the day we went there, people were talking. Yeah, there has been one
A
or two
virus in China.
No. There have been
One or two cases in Qom.
Yeah.
Qom. Yeah, it's a
I
state
remember-
near Isfahan in Iran. Yeah.
Weirdly enough, to this day, I'm not okay going into the faculty offices.
Yeah.
Like, I feel weird because I've never been like there.
Yes.
So I went to Kiarash's faculty office waiting for his
Yeah.
class to begin. It was so fucking... I felt so weird. And his colleagues were talking about, yeah, there have been like a couple of cases in Qom. I went, we talked about like screenplays and stuff. I said some shit about Nolan. I remember that. Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
We went home. The next day, Iran went into lockdown.
Yes, and you know what's funny? I mean,
It was a week before my birthday too. I remember that.
exactly. And was the moment my relationship with Paria began.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was 2nd of Isfan, 1398
Yep.
or 2020. 2020.
Yeah, it will be February 21st, 2020. Because I'm February 28th.
Yes. I mean, it was 20th February of 2020.
Oh, yeah.
20th February of 2020. And we've been chatting with one another. And we had our first and last public date, let's say, in Royal Complex. We went to Bono restaurant together.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a nice dinner. And afterwards, the fucking lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it all started.
Yes.
People lost their... My mom lost her fucking mind. We
Yeah.
disinfected the whole fucking house.
And we lost so many people.
Yep.
So many relatives, so many friends here.
Yeah. Thankfully, in my case, I was mostly exempt. Like, the most relatives we lost were distant, very distant relatives.
see,
Like,
yeah.
my
Same
aunt's
here.
husband's
Same
brother... he died because of COVID.
Yeah, same here. Okay, let's go through the questions, because if we want to talk about our memories, you need
we
like
will.
a whole season,
Oh,
a
we
whole
will.
new season for your podcast. I think. Yeah.
We can do that. I can do that. Nobody listens to this shit. It's
No
okay.
problem. I mean,
Including my fucking friend.
I mean,
Okay.
we have still like 5 or 6 months
Yeah.
at least.
Okay.
Go on.
The first question is, if you had to change your name, what would you change it to?
If I had to change my name, cool.
Weirdly enough, I think we have had this conversation. You actually like your name.
I really like my name, yes, because it's actually, it has a very unique meaning, and it shows my resemblance to my father, because my father is Arash. I'm actually K Arash, and K in Persian means king.
Yep.
And it has different levels. For example, for instance, my father told me that I used to be very poor and we didn't have enough money, so I'm Arash, but you're a king because you lived perfectly, and I really did. I really did. So you're K Arash, or things like that. And nowadays, many of my students or my foreigners, others who cannot pronounce Kiarash, they will choke on themselves. They call me K. So if I wanted to change my name, do you have any suggestions?
I don't, because honestly, the thing is that all of my friends, I think the name kind of suits them perfectly. Like I look at you, I think that's
Kiarash.
That's Kiarash.
Yeah, that's a clear Kiarash.
That's Parsa. He looks like a Parsa. I can't
see.
imagine anything else to call him.
I don't know. How about...
What do you
I don't
like?
know. I don't know.
You don't
Perhaps
know?
K. K for short. Just K. K.
Just a letter K?
Yeah, in English, letter K, but in Farsi, K as king. K.
Yeah.
K.
That would be
Because
fun.
nowadays we have Kian, we have
Oh yeah,
Kiarash. We have
Yeah.
things like that. Okay, maybe.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Well, if I had to, I actually thought about it. I like the name Ardeshir.
You're not an artist.
What? I can. If I shave my beard and just let the mustache in,
Yes,
I can
yes,
be an
yes.
Ardeshir.
You can qualify for a fucking great artist if you do so. I see. Yeah,
The reason is that I hate my fucking name.
I know.
It not that it's bad. It's so
Typical.
typical. And the weird thing is that there is another Ali Reza Khamsis. He's already in cinema,
Yeah.
and my name is just a Reza short of that. So I want something more unique.
I know. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Next question is, what is one of the great values that guides your life? Ooh, good question.
Woo. Just one.
Thank you, Washington Education
yes.
Faculty.
That was great. Only one?
Yep.
Can you repeat the question?
What is one of the great values that guides your life?
Live it before you die.
Good
That's
value.
it. That's
Do you
it.
want to elaborate?
Yes, I mean, after what I went through this year, actually, I realized that life cannot be either 0 or 1. It can be 0 and 1 at the same time. So if I want to explain it, this year in the spring, I mean, like 9 months ago, I got accepted. I got admitted from Harvard, which was my dream for like 10 years.
Oh yeah.
And I got full scholarship, you know that?
Yeah. I bragged about that.
Yeah.
I have a friend who got
Yes,
accepted to Harvard.
I'm flattered. But, you know, since we have a lot of difficulties to get a visa for male applicants, Iranian male applicants to go to States.
Mostly because of conscription.
Yeah. Paria got her visa and we got separated, and you know how fucking attached I am to my wife.
I know.
Very much. And you can clearly see the reason. Our relationship began through COVID, so we haven't been separated. I mean,
Yeah,
for
you just went together and stayed together.
Exactly. So for 5 years we haven't been separated, and now I had to live separately from her.
I'm
So
sorry,
that was the moment.
Noises in the background.
No, yeah,
by
it's
the way.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm taking a pill.
Popping a pill.
Yeah, it's a
Actually.
cold and sinus.
Very good. Yeah, it's nothing dangerous. What was that? What was it in there? Was the
Oh,
ball?
No, this is it's a moisture thing.
I see. I get it. Silica gel? Silica?
Yep.
Something.
Do not eat.
Good. Yeah, be careful. Anyhow, so it was a combination of something great that has happened to me and something really terrible that has happened to me that opened my eyes that life cannot be 0 or 1. Maybe it can be 0 and 1 at the same time. And that was the moment I realized that I have to live at the moment. I mean, like, live it before you die, no matter you're with your wife or you're separated. Just be your best version of yourself. Be the best version of yourself every day and hope for the best.
I mean, that is a great value to live it by.
I think that was the only value that helped me survive through these hard times in Iran.
remember.
You know.
Yeah, I remember. For months I tried to pull him out of his house. He wouldn't agree.
Yeah.
The last time
Yes.
I pulled him out, it was a mess here in this room. There were 2
Yeah.
cats, 5 people.
And then we went to eat pizza.
Yeah.
Gosh, I
Yeah.
want pizza. What time is it?
No, they're open. Night pizza is probably
Good.
open.
Oh my god. Do you remember that night pizza we had together?
Yeah.
It's really it's pity if we don't talk about it.
Yeah, we will after this.
After the questions, yes, go on.
The weird thing is, I've done it again. We went with Muhammad Tarawi to get a
Recently?
to get a hat. To get my hat from my dad's place. We first went to the Burger Land.
And it was closed.
It was closed. Night is like 2 meters up there. We went there. The guy said, "Yeah, we."
You went to Pizza Night, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I wanted to talk about that experience we had
Oh.
2 a.m., remember?
Oh no, the night sleeping.
Yeah,
we will talk about that.
We will
too.
talk about that.
that is a great memory.
Yes. And do you answer the questions yourself
Oh,
or
no,
no?
no, no, no.
No, you don't?
I do.
You do?
I
So
do.
what is your value? Go on.
Mine, probably the one I remember, is one I tried to stick to the most, but sadly I cannot qualify to say if I did it correctly or not.
What?
Mine is be kinder than you think you can be.
You are.
I mean, I know I look like an asshole. I talk like
You
an
don't.
asshole.
You don't. I mean, you are very considerate. Honestly speaking, it's been 20 fucking years, and I can tell you that I've only seen you angry for like once or twice. That's shocking. And you are. I mean, that's very, very shocking that you think you're not, and you want to be kinder than what you are.
No, I mean that my value is be kinder than you think you can.
You can. Aha. That's beautiful.
I mean, that's
Respect.
the thing. I try to be kind because,
Good.
to be honest, I know moments of kindness help me a lot. Like, I have a bad time. A friend of mine asks, "Hey, how are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh my god, that is enough. I'm feeling better."
I know. Cool.
So I try to do that for other people.
Cool. You've done it always to me.
Well, I'm glad if I had help.
Good.
I know my return answering is not well.
No.
It's mostly mismanagement of
No.
time. I'm in a bad place, especially since
Yeah.
they stole my phone. I'm still in. I
Yes.
think I'm still in post traumatic.
I know. No, that's
Yeah.
absolutely all right.
Okay, this
The
is
third
actually
question.
good. What's your favorite piece of clothing you own?
That I own?
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, before that, it was the suit that I wear.
When you got married?
No. When I went to the official proposal ceremony that we have,
Oh my
we
God,
call it
yeah.
Rastegari.
Oh my God.
I love that suit, but nowadays it's the Coca-Cola T-shirt.
Ah, you showed me.
Yeah, Paria got it from Atlanta Museum of Coca-Cola.
I'm gonna show him something which is not good to do in a podcast, which is usually an audio medium, but he knows what it is.
Okay, let me see.
It's sadly I don't have the original picture anymore. It was on my last
Oh
phone.
my God!
But yeah, whenever you call
You
me,
still-
that shows up.
Well, it's really hard to describe, but if I try, once I was dressed like a lady,
A pregnant lady.
a pregnant lady. Yes, a pregnant lady. So you can imagine a tall, hairy guy with a dress, with a
It's
dress.
it's towels, I think, right?
I mean, I am wearing a dress here, but I have wrapped a towel or something like that on my head to make it look like a scarf.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Whenever you call me, that shows up.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you so
That
much.
will remain on my phone until I die. You
Very
can
good.
be a Supreme Court justice in your United States, and then whenever you call me,
Fuck.
that is the picture that's gonna come on my phone.
Fuck. And someone may ask you, really? Is this that guy who went to Harvard?
Yep, that's the guy who went to Harvard. He once pretended to be a pregnant lady.
Okay. How about you?
My favorite piece of clothing. Well, here's the thing. There are a few things are my favorite because they look good. There are a few that are my favorite because they're comfortable. Like the hoodie I'm wearing right now is very comfortable.
How about the T-shirt that you have patched it yourself?
That's actually my second thing. I think that's my favorite piece of clothing. I have a T-shirt that has holes in it because it's very old,
Yes.
and I patch other fabrics to it.
Yes.
It's been going on for a couple of years now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great looking. I fucking love it.
That's interesting.
Yep. Number 4.
4.
What would you do on a free afternoon in the middle of the week?
In the middle of the week,
Yeah.
free afternoon, in the middle of the week.
Imagine how you remember how those used to.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I'm having a hard time to imagine that is that I'm working so hard these days.
Yeah.
8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So it's really hard to imagine that I have a free afternoon in the middle of the week. But if I have one, I may watch an episode of How I Met Your Mother, perhaps.
Oh,
A
nice.
sitcom, a very short
Yeah.
sitcom. Play a few minutes of a video game. I don't know, maybe soccer, FIFA, something like that. Read a few pages, and definitely I will sleep.
Ah,
Yes.
that's important.
Yes. Actually, it's my first priority nowadays.
To sleep?
Yes, if I find some time, I would love to sleep. You know, because it's really hard. I have to stay awake sometimes
Oh,
to talk to Patty
Yeah,
because of the
12
time difference. It's
Yeah.
not 12 hours, it's 8 hours and 30. They are 8 hours and 30 minutes behind from
Oh,
Tehran's time
okay,
zone,
okay.
so it's really hard to keep up with that routine.
Wait.
And
I mean, I don't understand.
Georgia is on the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
It's above Florida.
Oh, I know. I
Mhm.
know. It's closer than Calgary is because I have to talk to my
Yes.
10 hours is
Yes,
the difference
yes.
we
In
have.
terms of the time zone, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are 8 hours and 30 minutes. Actually, they used to be 7 hours and 30 minutes behind, but they have changed their time. Like in some
yeah,
countries, you know, they have this adjustment of their time to, I don't know, the summer cycle. That's something like that.
I know what you mean.
Nowadays, they are 8
Daylight
hours.
saving times,
Exactly. Excellent. Daylight saving times. Yes.
which we don't have anymore.
Yes.
Iran doesn't have it anymore.
Yes.
We got rid of it a couple of years ago.
2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, for me, it would. I mean, free afternoon is all of my days.
Good.
But
so what do you do usually?
I usually either watch a movie, watch YouTube, definitely, or play a game. Like I've been playing Hades.
Hades? What is it?
Yeah, it's a roguelite hack and slash. Very fun. I highly recommend it.
Hades? I haven't heard of it. Okay.
Especially because you're a console gamer, a dirty console gamer, and yeah, I'm a PC
Yes,
master.
PC, yes, PC Master.
But
Sure.
yeah, actually, this is a game I fucking hate that I'm playing with the keyboard. I think it would really work better with the controller.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll show it to you after we.
Okay. Hades?
Hades.
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 Yeah, the
Okay.
king of the underworld.
Oh, Hades. I got it. Okay.
Hades.
Hades. Okay, I got
The
it.
reason I say it like that is because of Hades Town. You know that heavy metal sound,
yes,
the
yes,
symphony
yes.
of
I got it.
Hades Town,
I got
and in that symphony. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? I know the answer to this like instantly for
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. I mean, generally, I would like to have an eternal knowledge of everything, like Bran in Game of
Yeah,
Thrones,
yeah.
you know, to be the mind master, to know everyone's, I mean, in another fashion, actually, to know everyone's past and future. Bran knew everyone's past, so he could calculate future according to the past, but I would like to be some kind of a mastermind who knew everything from the past and future, generally. But right now, if I wanted to choose a superpower, it would have been the power of being invisible.
Why?
Well, you can guess.
You want to go to like women's showers and watch them?
Fuck you. I wanted to get into a plane and go to America and see my
I know
wife.
you can teleport. You can use the power of teleportation.
Yeah, but what if, I mean, teleport? Yeah, it's easier. Yeah.
It's easier than being on a 24-hour flight.
Yeah, and
While
but
invisible, and you can't use it. You can't order food because you're invisible.
and the biggest problem is that when I reach the States, how can I expect Paria to
Yeah.
realize that I'm here because I'm invisible?
Exactly.
But actually, it's a superpower. I can become invisible whenever I
Yeah.
want, you know?
Yeah, but again, the
Again.
problem stands.
20 hours flight.
How are you gonna get past the security? Like, okay, you move past them.
Oh, God. Okay, sorry. for the cough.
Teleportation, you can be there in an instant.
Yes, that was cool.
The reason people use invisibility is because they want to go to a women's shower and check them out.
I got it. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be the power of what do we call it? Teleportation?
Teleportation.
Teleportation. Okay. What is yours that you said you can say instantly?
Oh, I want to read people's minds.
Cool.
Mostly because I have a lot of assumptions about people and I want to be sure before I assume anything.
I get it. The consequences of drinking a whole bottle of Doobie is that it makes you fucking sleepy. You told me. You warned me.
Yeah, I told you you're gonna be sleepy and you have to drive all the fucking way back.
And I'm yawning. That's crazy.
I'll give you a chai in a
Thank you.
bit.
Thank you.
Anyways, that
was it. That was the 5 questions.
Yep.
Cool.
Now let's.
Nice. That was cool.
Let's talk about
the night of the pizza. Not the night pizza. The night of the pizza.
Yep.
The story begins here. One day, Alibaba. Alibaba tells me that I have reserved a special membership for I don't know.
Oh no! The company that my dad was in.
The company. Okay.
Had a bunch of reservations for Oxygen
Fitness
gym.
Club or gym.
Yeah.
Yes. And for your information, I mean for the audience's information, it's a very, very luxurious gym.
Yeah.
Very expensive, and it has.
We didn't
everything.
have the VIP though, to be honest.
Yeah, it was not, but we had access to everything.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
the reason I know we went VIP because we didn't have our own lockers. My dad did.
Right. Exactly, I remember that. And it was funny. I had a Renault Sandero, and we used to park it in the middle of Porsches and BMWs and Mercedes, and we went there because we had free membership cards.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Amazing.
So your dad once told me that I want you to do something, and that is go to this gym with Ali. I mean, you're his best friend, let's say. I don't know. I'm your best friend. Am I?
You are one of
them.
To be honest, you are on tier 1. But
good. I'm not. I'm not at the top.
The top is Ghazale. Okay, my
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
But you are on top with Parsa, with Ami Reza Sarafi, with Muhammad Taqawi, with all of them.
I'm glad.
I just named 2 of my friends with both first and last name. Fuck me.
Okay. Anyhow, he asked me that since you're his close friend, best friend, I want you to convince him to go to this gym. So we started the routine. We went there 10 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Yep.
And the funny story is that after working out, Ali Agha felt hungry.
I wasn't the only one. All of you fuckers ate.
Sure. It was 12 fucking a.m. and we had worked out for 2 hours.
Yeah.
But the logic is not to eat anything so you can get thin. You can get in shape. Anyhow, Mr. Ali here, one of the busy minds, who's sitting here.
There were 4 people in the car.
Yeah, he used to get very hungry, and that night we've been 4. It was you, me, Parsa, and Javad, one of my friends who's in Canada right now. I think. Yes, they went to France for a while.
Did he
in Canada.
go with his wife?
Yeah, they re-immigrated to Canada because his wife has relatives there, like her sister.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
and they studied French, and they knew English, so they could they got qualified through Express Entry, and they had a good high score in French. Yeah, things like that. Anyhow, we've been 4. And it was 12 a.m. and we normally used to go to Slider Burger.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. I mean, that was a burger shop that used to be open until 12:30, something like that. And we went there, and surprisingly, it was about to close. It wasn't closed yet.
Yeah.
It was closing actually. And we told the guy that we want some burgers, and he said, "I'm sorry, we had some sort of problem, and we're closing sooner tonight." And Ali didn't let go. He said that I have to eat something tonight.
Because to defend myself, there wasn't any food at home.
Why would it be? You were supposed to go and fucking sleep. Why?
You know me, my sleep schedule doesn't work the same.
I know. You're a nocturnal animal.
Yeah.
I know that. Anyhow, we went to another restaurant. Do you remember that?
No, we went looking for another
Yes,
restaurant.
we've been looking for another restaurant. We've been wandering around in Saudat Abad or Shaikha or different neighborhoods to find another restaurant. And
we didn't.
And we didn't.
This was before, by the way, because nowadays there are a ton of services
Yes,
that
yes,
do
yes,
like
yes,
24-hour
yes, yes.
food and
I
stuff
do
like that.
agree. Yes, yes.
Back then, they weren't any.
No.
At the very least, we didn't know any.
I don't know. Maybe.
I literally searched on my phone
Yes.
for food after 12.
Food after 1, not 12.
Oh, yeah,
it
1.
was past 1 a.m. It was 1:15 or something. And you searched and you found a number. A number! I mean, we had nothing else, just a number. And you called and someone said, yes, hello. And you were like, okay, we want food. We didn't even know what type of food it had.
Yeah.
Fast food, Iranian food. We didn't know. We just had a number that we
Yep.
knew it will deliver food after 1 a.m. So he said, yeah, what do you want? And we asked, what do you have? Pizza, burger, stuff like that. And we ordered
they had a
pizzas.
site. They told us there was a site. We went to see the menu.
Really?
Yeah, because there was a
Uh-huh.
address at the bottom of it.
Sure. Yes. Yes. I was driving.
Yeah.
I was behind the wheel, so you checked it. Anyhow, we ordered pizza, and he asked, "Where are you?" We said, "In the street," and he said, "Where in the street?"
You said in the address that you said in the.
Yeah, exactly. In front of a bank.
Yeah.
I remember that we stood in front of a bank. Why? Because, I'm a lawyer shit and I was hysterical.
Yeah, you were like they had
Cynic.
cameras.
Yeah, I told you that they have cameras, security cameras. We don't know who are these fuckers. And
Yep.
It's 2 a.m. And it was fucking cold. I think it was
Yeah.
winter. It was winter. So
I think Javud was asleep.
Perhaps. Anyhow, around 2 a.m., there was a car, 206 Peugeot.
Yeah,
206.
206.
Yeah, 206 arrived, and first someone got off the car, suspiciously just checking our car. He took a close look, and then he got in actually, and brought the pizzas.
Yeah, we ate pizza. It wasn't even that good, and it was very expensive.
Very expensive. It was only cheese.
I mean, yeah, it was bread and cheese.
Bread and cheese. I mean,
Yeah,
that was good. But that's
the
a
memory
memory.
is
Yes,
what
exactly.
reminds.
We cherish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and a while after that, we didn't go to the oxygen.
exactly. I mean, that was I think officially was the last time that we went there, because we went for 1 or 2 times afterwards.
I don't remember
and-
much. I know I went into depression, and that's one of the reasons I
Yes.
didn't come
Yes.
anymore. It was 2019. 2019 is the
Yeah.
year of the bad depression. But yeah, anyways,
Yeah.
that was fucking.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Too
by the
many
way,
stuff.
games and Hades, one of the memories I have
Mm-hmm.
of you is Age of Mythology.
Wow.
One of my favorite games.
Yes.
I know you fucking love it too. And the thing is that you and I remember this, used to design maps
Yes.
on paper
Yes.
when we were in the school, in the middle school. Me, you, and Kiarash Bagheri.
Yes, Kiarash Bagheri.
Yeah.
I'm not-
Kiavash, not Kiarash.
Kiavash, good. So we
Yeah.
can still keep my last name secret.
Yeah. Don't say your last. Don't be me. But
Okay.
we used to design maps in the sense that we used to design cities and stuff like that
Yes.
on paper, then go home to make it in the map editor.
Yes, exactly. Wow, it was great. Age
Yeah.
of Mythology, and afterwards Age of Empire.
Age of I like Age of Mythology a lot. Age of Mythology Retold came out. You can play that.
Really?
Yeah, it's remaster.
Oh my god, let me write it down.
I can even give it to you. I have it on my phone.
Sure.
On my phone.
I
on
would
my-
love that.
Yeah.
Is it still with the same name, Age of Mythology?
Yeah, it's called Age of Mythology Retold. It's
Age
actually a
of-
pretty good remaster.
Mythology Retold. Can I play that on Mac?
You
MacBook?
probably can,
Yeah.
but to be honest, I don't do the Apple shit.
Okay. I know. I'm just getting used to the Apple shit, and I'm loving it. It's,
Oh my
it's
fucking
perfect. Paria
They
brought
got-
me a MacBook from America.
They got you too.
Yeah, he got me. No, I'm still a Samsung user here. I have another laptop, Asus.
Oh my
But
god.
my MacBook is fucking great.
They got Pulse on that. They got you too.
Yeah.
They get everyone. I'm the
Age of Mythology Retold.
Retold. Yeah. Great remaster. I played it in 2024 in August. Very good.
Nowadays, in terms of video games, I'm playing FIFA 18, 2018. That's because FIFA 2025 was fucking expensive.
It's
And I didn't
it's
get
not worth it.
Yeah.
You are not a football guy, though.
I'm not a football fan. No, I like to play. It's video game. I'm not a crazy football fan.
Yeah, so you don't even have to ever buy another one. You can
Yeah,
just play that
exactly.
one.
I'm just playing that, and right now I'm in career mode. I'm a manager of the
Ah,
club.
great.
I'm the coach, actually. I have chosen a team which is in English league, in English second league. So
Okay.
if I want to explain it to you, we have Premier League, then we have Championship, then we have English League the first, and then we have English League the second.
second, okay.
Yeah, so it's fucked up. The team's name is Barnet.
Okay,
And
why Barnet?
I don't know what's the name of the club, and I'm building that actually, and I want to
Nice.
take it to the higher league, and then I want to take it to the Champions League, and then I want to take it to Premier League, and it's very exciting.
You're being your own Ted Lasso.
Exactly. Do you know what's my name in the career mode?
What?
K Lasso.
Oh
K
my
Lasso.
God.
Yes.
Did you see Severance?
Yes. The new season? No,
No.
not
Oh
yet.
my god! First of all, season 2, episode 4, great,
Really?
really great.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Season 2 so far has been really good, by the way. But Severance, I watched late last year. I'm glad I did because I can't believe waiting 3 years for season 2 to come out.
I
Oh my
waited 3
God.
years, yes,
Oh my
because I watched the first season the moment it was aired.
Oh,
It was released.
How did you do that?
Oh my god. How have I resisted so far not to watch the second season?
You should. It's actually really good.
Does it begin from that party?
Oh, you have. I'm
No?
not gonna say
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say it. You have to
Alright,
watch it.
okay, I'll watch
The
it.
weirdest shit though, they have advertisement for Zip Recruiter that uses Mr. Milchick.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird that advertisers want to be involved.
Ooh.
I mean, to be honest, they're the bad guys. It's
Okay.
kind of like if they do coke ad with Sauron. It's like drink this.
Yeah.
I see you drinking this.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I have to watch it.
Speaking of which, don't watch Rings of Power.
Rings of Power, I haven't watched it. No.
It's
The most
really
recent
bad.
TV series that I have watched was Game of Thrones.
Ah, nice.
Afterwards, I began Suits.
I mean, it's your
Yeah,
profession.
it's
for
it's
people
interesting for us.
Yeah.
And
To
How
be
I
honest-
Met Your Mother. I want to finish How I Met Your Mother.
You haven't finished it?
No, not yet. I'm at the end of season 6. It's
Okay.
sixth season. Yeah, it's
Okay.
almost done.
Mm.
It's 9. It has 9 seasons, I think. Right?
8 or 9, I don't
8 or
remember.
9,
too
yeah.
well. But yeah, it also has someone with your profession on it.
Yeah, Marshall. I
Marshall
like
is
it.
a
I watched
lawyer.
a few episodes of Shrinking.
Oh, because of Jason Segel?
Yeah, and
I don't think that's in your wheelhouse.
yeah, exactly. I didn't.
My mom
like it.
really likes that show because it's in her wheelhouse.
Exactly.
Psychiatrist.
Exactly. And nowadays I'm watching a comedy show called Family Business. It's a French
Oh,
series.
fuck off.
Liaison. It's fantastic. You hate-
Croissant.
Exactly. But that's really funny. I'm watching it with my parents.
Ah,
I watched
nice.
Ted Lasso.
Yes.
I watched a few movies. I watched a movie about Tolkien.
Oh, the Tolkien movie.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
that's,
not good.
That is a cookie cutter biopic, which weirdly enough, the guy who is in it, Nicholas Hoult,
Yeah.
he is in a lot of them. He is in one about J.D. Salinger called The Rebel in the Rye.
Really?
Yeah, he plays J.D. Salinger.
Nice.
The guy who wrote that fucking book I hate.
The Rebel in the Rye.
Yeah, because, the book
Yes,
is The Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that book.
If you hate that book, why?
Yeah. I find it whiny.
Whiny? What do you mean?
Like, all throughout the book, I want to tell Holden Caulfield to
Shut up, shut the fuck up.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about you. I don't care about your problem. I don't care about
Yes.
what you think. Just shut up.
Yes, but the beautiful story here is that you have given me Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah.
And you have given Paria Catcher in the
Catcher
Rye.
in the Rye.
Yes.
Because I remember she hadn't read it, or no, there was something we talked about it. That's
Maybe,
why I
perhaps,
gave it to her.
perhaps. And I have recently read that, like
Ah.
8 months or 9 months ago, and I loved it.
Oh,
I loved
I hate that book, but
Because, you know, I was in a nagging mood myself. I was concerned about my visa very much back then.
I get that it might be like, if I read it now, it might change my opinion. But the
Yeah.
few times I read it twice.
And it was one of the only books, no, one of the rare books that its Persian translation was awesome.
Oh, yeah. I actually
Because I
read,
got its original version in English from Dubai, and I read some parts of it in English and in Persian, and its translation was mind-blowing.
Yeah, you could actually buy. I bought that in Iran. The
Yeah,
Red
yeah,
Book,
yeah, yeah,
Catcher
I know,
in the
yeah,
Rye.
yeah, I get, yeah.
But yeah, there is a movie, Rebel in the Rye.
Rebel in the
really
Rye.
shit. Really.
Yeah, Tolkien was...
Yeah, they're boring
God.
because they
My
focus on the parts of the. Because okay, this is the secret about writing. It's fucking boring to watch.
Yeah.
You don't do.
I mean, my father was like, okay, what the hell? Who the hell? Where the hell? When the hell? Why the hell? And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll explain to you.
This guy's very important later in his life.
Do you know Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Who? What? Ah, Lord of the Rings? Okay, so what the fuck? Why? And he fell asleep.
Yeah.
My
can
father is not
agree.
old. You know him.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
fell asleep like a 70-year-old dad.
I think he's younger than my dad.
Yes, he is. A few years.
When is your dad born?
1349.
2 years.
2 years.
My
Your
dad
dad
is
1347.
Yes. But my dad is Esfand of 1347.
1348, let's say.
Yeah,
One.
because it's my dad is literally a year older than a day after me.
Yes, I know that. Yes.
Yeah, ninth
Ninth
is
and
10th.
10th. Yes, 9th and 10th. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah, that I was talking about the extracurricular activities that I do these days. In terms of video games, I told you. In terms of movies, I told you.
Any
In terms of books, yes, I'm reading Social Contract by Rousseau
Oh, nice.
recently
nice.
because I worked on a thesis. Not a thesis, it was a short essay for Harvard with the topic of revisiting social contract.
Ah,
And my premise was that artificial intelligence is not a tool anymore. We have to reconsider its role as a member of the society, not just a tool.
I can see what you mean.
Yeah. So after I got admitted and after I went through the visa process and I didn't get my visa so far, I left the project. But recently I realized that I have to think about it, because if I get my visa and if I go there, they would ask about it and say, okay, what's your idea? Come on.
Yeah.
And I have to do something about it. So I'm reading Social Contract. In terms of stories, it's a collection which is called A Tree, a Rock, a Cloud. یک درخت، یک صخره، یک ابر. It's a collection of short stories, the greatest short stories of the recent 200 years.
Ah, okay.
Past 200 years. So
Any
I'm reading.
famous writers in it?
Yeah, lots of famous writers, from Nikolai Gogol to Ernest Miller Hemingway,
Okay,
Russian
okay.
writers, American writers, Italian writers, everyone. I read casually some stories there. I'm reading Here Goes Nothing by Steve Toole. Actually, I'm teaching Here Goes Nothing to one of my students,
okay,
his third
okay.
novel.
Did you guys bought me a Tools novel?
Quicksand, I think.
Yeah, I think
Quicksand,
so.
his
Yeah,
second novel. Have you read it?
yeah. Not yet.
That's cool. That's fantastic. But if you wanted to read it, and when you get at the end of the book, I mean, it's like 50 pages to the end of the book, or 70 pages to the end of the book. Definitely, I will share its PDF and read it in English.
Okay.
Because the guy is in jail, and I'm not going to spoil the story, but the setting is that he's in jail and he's talking about religion. And we have a very, very beautiful word in French, which is emmerde. It means to put shit on everything.
yeah.
And, you know, emmerde. He's talking about Islam and prophets like Mahomet, like Jesus, everyone. So they couldn't translate it into Farsi
Yeah.
very well. You
The
have
reason
to
I haven't read that book, I think you know the reason. It is memory is kind of tainted. You bought it with Ashkan for me.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Really?
So yeah, it was one of the. You bought me two books. You, Ashkan, and Parsan Umid got me two books. Which was that and I
Good.
think Jojo Moises. I think
Moyes.
so.
Moyes.
Jojo Mavis.
Moyes. Yeah, we call it Mavis in Farsi. And Mavis means dried grape.
A raisin, basically.
Raisin. Yeah, raisin.
But yeah,
Wow.
I'm not gonna open that.
The book that I have never opened to that reason is In the Search of the Lost Time.
Oh!
À la recherche du temps perdu. Där
Yeah,
just
yeah.
zaman as that's after.
Yeah.
Marcel Proust.
Yep.
Because you guys got the whole collection for me.
To be
with
honest, I
Ashkan.
yeah.
Yeah, and that was the last birthday that Ashkan was here.
Yeah.
So I never.
To be fair, Ashkan didn't pay for that. You can't offer.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
You can't do it. I think he had Pasta paid for it.
Oh my God. God bless him.
Yeah.
Wow.
For those of you, I've talked about this on this show before. Ashkan is our friend who sadly has passed away.
Yes. We have been told that he has fallen
I
from the
cannot-
roof.
I-
but
by
we-
the way, your
we
phone
cannot
is.
remember. Yeah, it's my wife. I will call her back. That's
Yeah.
okay. No problem. That's okay.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, that's the one I haven't still read, but I'm studying. I'm starting to read Cersei.
Cersei, what is it?
I have to show you.
Yeah. I want to see that.
Sorry.
Cersei.
It's a modern retelling. Cersei is the girl who turned people to pigs
Okay.
in Odyssey,
Uh-huh.
and this is a modern retelling of that.
Ooh. The New York Times best-selling author of The Song of Achilles.
Yeah,
Cersei, a
interesting book. I haven't gotten too far into it, but interesting so far.
Madeline Miller.
Yeah.
You got it here?
Yeah, yeah,
You're on.
yeah. It's
What alphabet is this?
what
Nathaniel something? Is it Slavic?
I think that isn't that Greek? I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, anyhow, it says for Nathaniel. When I was born, the name for what I was did not exist. They called me Nymph, assuming I would be like my mother and aunts and 1,000 cousins, least of the lesser goddesses. Our powers were so modest they could scarcely ensure our eternities. We spoke to fish and nurtured flowers, coaxed drops from the clouds or salt from the
Yeah,
waves.
Nymphs are.
Nymphs. Yes, I know that. Cool.
Yeah,
Cersei. Nice.
great. So far, great. Highly recommended.
Cool.
But yeah,
I may read it.
I have to. I've talked about this on this show. I'm currently dealing with university shit,
Good.
trying to not get conscripted.
Okay. University.
You actually have a brush with the conscription office that
Yeah.
took you. Okay, to be honest, here's the thing. When Kiarash got the gold medal for Humanities Olympiad,
Literature Olympiad.
Literature Olympiad, one of the things that I remember very clearly was that he doesn't have to do conscription.
Yes.
That was very clearly the intent, and I think we all thought that it meant you go to the conscription office, you tell them I have this.
Yeah, and I
they
got my
give
service
you a-
completion card or exemption card.
Yeah,
Service exemption card, but that was not the case. It has actually a very long and sad story. That's, I mean, it began like you said, but after I started the bachelor's, let's
Yeah.
say, I have been told that no, I mean the system has been changed. You have some scores, and you have to add to it by getting high, for example, high marks in different subjects, and by doing, I don't know, other activities like becoming a member of different educational societies within universities, stuff like that. So by the time I finished my bachelor's, I said, all right, go on, give me my exemption card. I don't want to serve the military. And they said, no, that's not the rule. You have to study for your master's, and afterwards you can apply. I said, all right. I studied my master's for that reason.
yeah.
And afterwards I said, all right, give me my service completion card or exemption card, and I said, no, that's not the case. You have to go and attend the compulsory training, which was actually for 2 weeks anyhow. I mean, for elites, so-called elites. I'm just showing some fingers, quotation marks.
Quotation marks,
Quotation
not
marks.
their finger.
Anyhow, I wanted to leave it open to interpretation. But yeah, they forced us to attend that training period, which was mostly bullshit classes. I mean, we didn't work with weapons or stuff. And I said, all right, good, give me my service completion card. No, you have to do some research or you have to translate something. And I said, fuck. And I did it. I translated an American book.
Yeah.
It was...
what was it about? Can you tell it if it's...
Yeah, sure, definitely. I mean, I would love to talk about it, and that is my problem with my visa right now, because they thought that it might be something dangerous, which it isn't. The book's name was Indian Ocean as a New Political and Security Region. It was a book in the field of futurology.
Okay.
And they predicted the future of Indian Ocean region and its players, different players within 20 years, like what are the importance of the Indian Ocean region in terms of politics, in terms of its economy and stuff like that. And it was an American book published in America by Palgrave Macmillan Publication House. And I translated that. That was my service. But anyhow, I mean, I have to go through a background check, FBI check, things like that. And that's it. Yeah. And now you have the same problem. Yeah.
The thing is that I have the same problem in that I am not exempt from military service.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, despite my weight or number of other issues, I'm not exempt. So basically, the reason when I went to study my master's, the first day of school, master's, university.
Yeah.
It's COVID, so all the classes are online. The professor says, each of you come and tell us, why are you studying masters in cinema? And everyone started, all of this in genuinely inspirational stories, like, oh, I studied another thing, and now I've realized that I love this, and I want to give myself another chance, so I'm coming to study cinema. Or I've always been interested in cinema, so I always wanted to try and see what it has to offer. Everyone said, it got to me, I don't want to do conscription. I said, okay, anybody? No, I know this degree is useless. I know all of these classes are useless, and they were
bullshit.
Yeah, they are bullshit. They're outdated at best, and at worst, they're just an active hindrance.
Yes.
So I know all of that, but I have to study this shit because otherwise I have to go to conscription, and conscription is fucking like the reason is. A lot of people think that, okay, what is it? It's just like 2 years of your life. Like, no, it's not just 2 years of your life. It's first of all, it's physically...
It's 2 years of your best years as someone beneath 30 years old, you know?
Yeah, and the other thing is that, first of all, physically, it's destructive. They don't feed you well. They don't... treat you well.
Yes.
It's genuinely
it's
bad.
Dehumanizing.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Dehumanizing?
Yeah, it is dehumanizing. It is humiliating. It is dehumanizing. It is degrading.
Yes.
They don't treat you well. They don't feed you well. For people who are of my stature, let's say fat people,
they make fun of you. They force you to do shitty things because you may not run fast or you may not execute orders fast. So
and plus the thing is that I never liked actually holding weapons.
A gun. Yes.
Yeah, I love Western movies, but that's because they're props.
Yes,
I like props. I don't like guns. And on top of that, depending on where you land, it can really fuck up your future as well.
Exactly. Yes.
Like, I think you got very lucky you didn't enter
Definitely. We had a special training for elites for 2 weeks conducted by military, by the army.
Yeah.
Then I worked with a futurology institute within the Ministry of Defense.
Yeah, so
Not
none of
not
the
Sepah.
not Sepah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Because Sepah is a whole other thing.
Yeah. That's, I mean, you're banned for life.
Yeah.
Not for Europe, actually, but it will make it very difficult to get a visa to go to Europe, and it's actually it has a much tougher, very much impossible procedure, let's say, for
Yeah.
Canada or USA. And
The thing is that also within the system, you have to deal with the fact that you are fucking within the system.
yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Like, you know this, like, literally you have to be working with the devil and thinking, but I have to, because otherwise,
Yeah.
the thing is that, well, what if you don't go to conscription? First of all, you can't leave the country.
Yeah.
Like, anything, you can't just...
You almost cannot work.
Yeah, you can't work in any stable...
Governmental or non-governmental entities.
Unless the entity is like...
Your dad's company.
Yeah. Or I was
You
going to
know?
say, like, the entity isn't big enough.
Yeah, isn't big enough, or they're not going to give you your legal rights.
Yeah, like they can't, in any case, because you are not done your conscription in, they can't put you on insurance.
Exactly.
Like, no, even if they want to, if the company
They
wants
cannot,
to,
yes.
they can't do
They
it.
cannot.
You cannot leave the country.
You have to live off the records
Yeah.
because you're walking in this town illegally.
Yeah.
You haven't paid your debts to Nizam.
And the weird thing is, for years, you used to be able to literally pay it.
Yes.
They took that off because they needed soldiers. And now
Yeah.
they're trying to bring it back, but the problem is it's coming back at a worse economy. Incredibly
Much
expensive.
more expensive. Incredibly expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, that's the reason I am studying for my
Yeah.
master's. It's a useless piece of paper, at least for me. I know in your field of work, it actually means something.
Yeah.
In mine, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but
Nobody's
in
going...
In my field of work, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, seriously.
Like-
You might have studied public international law. Public international law. Just take a look at the shit in Gaza.
Oh, yeah.
Take a look at the shit in Ukraine.
I meant mostly in job market, like they look at your degree, right?
They don't even care for my degree.
Oh.
You know? Yes, I mean, I had a lot of difficulties to go through even TAPSI because they said, okay, you have studied public international law. We want someone who has studied private law or international trade law, actually. So, yeah, I did it only for the military purpose as well.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Well, we have a very interesting name for this podcast, Two Busy Minds.
Oh, last thoughts of two busy.
The last thoughts of two busy minds. What are the other things that your mind are busy with right now?
I mean, right now, a lot of things.
Like what?
I'm applying for a Schengen visa. It actually arrived at the visa center. Someone has to go and get it.
You got it?
I
got
don't
the visa?
know. I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
No.
You don't
they
know the
said-
result?
I don't know the result. They just took my passport and gave it back.
Wow, I got it. For which country?
Schengen, France, and Germany.
France and Germany.
Yeah.
Which embassy did you apply?
France.
Through France?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Please let me know the result. It's very important because my manager actually has applied for France and she's panicking. She doesn't know whether
Okay. I will.
any visas are issued nowadays or not.
I will let you know.
Yeah, sure. Cool.
Then there is the fact that I want to make a video, which is okay. People cannot see this, but I'm gonna
Yes.
do something.
Yeah. You can hear his long beard. He looks like Prophet. I don't know. What was the name of that guy?
Moses,
No.
Jesus.
Those who slept in the cave for so many years.
we call them Ashab Kahf.
Yeah. What is that in English?
Kahf.
Those guys were slept. They were asleep in a cave for like 300 years. So imagine how long could be their
Yeah.
beards.
Oh my God.
What is it?
It is called Al Kahf, but that's the surah.
No, that's
Yeah.
the verse in Quran.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. Oh my God! Did you know Zulqarnain was in Al Kahf? the
Wow.
Suve.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyhow, if we want to describe the length of your beard, I can tell you that you need 2 appointments for a hairdresser, one for your head,
One for
one for
my
your beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to keep it long because I promised myself I'm gonna make that video and then
Shave it.
shave it.
Okay.
I will shorten it. I will not shave it.
Yeah. Okay.
You've seen my face with that beard. I look like a fat baby.
Yeah. I mean, you look like. I mean, now I think you look like 34 years old, 35 years
Yeah.
old, much older. But when you shave, you look like 15,
Yep.
14.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's conscription, as you put it, or
Yeah.
military service. That's these
Oh, you're working.
visas.
Yeah, you're working in Tapsi, by the way, right now.
Yeah.
Which, for those of you who don't know, international listener, which you're gonna give the link to, is like Uber,
It's like Uber, yeah.
but it's
exactly.
actually more than Uber.
Yeah, it's a super application nowadays. It has other facilities, other.
To be honest, can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
Very mean about you, police or work.
Yeah.
They sound like a very desperate, like, you know, the desperate guys who text you, hey, how are you doing? Like, oh, you know you have a discount code that you can use?
Exactly.
It's so fucking funny.
Exactly, because
every other day there is a new discount code.
Yeah, because we have just we are running different ventures every other day, so they are just promoting that with these codes and text messages.
I actually bought that from Tapsi, the
Which one?
laundry basket.
This one?
Yeah.
Tapsi shop?
Yeah.
You mean really?
Yeah.
Good.
I had 100,000 discount code. I was like,
Okay, so how was your experience? Not with this, not with the basket.
no,
How,
the basket wasn't actually that good.
how was your experience buying
that?
stuff through Tapsi
Actually,
shop?
it had something that I fucking loved. It told me when they gave their package to the delivery person.
Cool.
Yeah, which okay, the competitor app that shall not be named doesn't do that. They just tell you we will be here from this to this.
Yeah.
They give you, like, they do that too. Like Tapsi does that too. It's like it's gonna be here from like 12 to 5.
I know.
But they tell you when the guy actually is holding it, so you know you're like,
Cool.
okay, it's near, or it's they haven't even gotten it out
Good
yet.
job. Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah. Actually,
Nice.
good job.
Well, for your record, right now, Tapsi's legal function has become a legal holding,
Oh my god.
and we are providing services to all ventures.
Oh my.
I have some projects in Tapsi Cap, Taxi, but I'm not really involved nowadays. I am in charge of Tapsi shop.
Oh, really?
Yes, Tapsi Garage.
I don't
And-
know what that is.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. And Ozon, which will be renamed as Tapsi Extra, it is going to be something like SnapPay, DigiPay. It's a
okay.
BNPL function. And Tapsi Garage is one of our subsidiary companies which provides technical support to our drivers. They can buy spare parts of their cars, tires, lubricants, stuff
Okay,
like
I
that.
got
Yeah,
you.
that's why it is called Tapsi Garage. So I'm in charge of Garage Shop, Tapsi Extra right now.
Did you give my number to them to
No.
constantly send me text messages?
I have the same text messages every other day from them.
It's. I mean, to be honest, it sounds a little desperate. Just.
It
saying.
is, but you know we have to do that. I mean, the thing which is really desperate nowadays is online marketing videos of Tapsi food. Have you ever?
I haven't seen any.
I will share one of them. They have dubbed one of Elon Musk's footages.
Oh my god.
His recent footage in the election
Yeah.
that he's doing something like the Nazi.
Not something like it's.
Yeah, exactly. Literally a
Nazi
Nazi salute. Yes, and there's a Mashhadi guy with the accent, and he's saying that I'm very excited, and the crowd say why? He said because I just bought a house in Mashhad, and they're like why? He said because I love Mashhad, I love its food, I love its people, and some of his friends say come on, tell the truth, and he said okay, the truth is that Tapsi food has free delivery in Mashhad, so I bought a house in Mashhad. Tapsi food. What the fuck? What the fuck?
To be honest, Tapsi food is the service I don't think I will use at least until they get a few more restaurants on there.
Exactly. We're struggling right now. The other fun fact here is that I'm involved with our lawsuit against the competitor.
Oh my god, they
Yes.
sued?
We have sued.
You
them.
have sued?
I helped actually our
Oh my
manager.
Can
I
you
helped
talk
her.
about it or not, first of all?
Some details, yes. Some.
Is it monopoly related?
Exactly.
Okay.
It is.
I think I
It is.
knew,
It
yeah.
is. Definitely it is. Actually, we have submitted the lawsuit in Competition Council. Sure, I don't.
Okay.
Competition Council. And we have
I
sued
thought
the
so.
whole competitor. We can name it. It's
it's
everyone knows. Snap and Snap Food.
Didn't you sue Delino or things like that? Because they're also...
Nope. Many years ago. Not many years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. Chili Very
Yeah.
has sued Snap Food. And Snap Food lost the case.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they lost that case. But after the verdict, the Snap Food acquired and bought Chili Berry. Yeah.
To be honest, a Snap Food isn't even a Snap thing. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember or not. It was Zoot Food.
Zoot Food, yes, it was Zoot Food.
This,
yes.
This, okay, you can't say
Coaster.
people. This coaster that I have, which
Mhm.
actually I made a video flattening it.
Mm-hmm.
It was from Zoot Food. I got it because I was one of the
Zoot Food.
first people who ever signed up for it in my
Yeah.
region. Because it was very good. Back before Zoot Food, I mean, the idea isn't innovative, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Not
Iran,
internationally, but
yeah.
nationally it was innovative. We didn't have
Yeah.
such a thing before that. Yeah.
and I was one of the first ones. So when in Yaldo or something, they sent me a care package which actually had this coaster in it, and it's a really good fucking coaster. It's
Yeah.
literally a piece of tree.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
But yeah, Snap bought that, became a Snap Food, and to be honest, there are a few things about the Snap I do like. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna lie, but it is not a good app in many senses. In a lot of senses, Tapsi, especially the 30% come back to where you came from. That's
Yes.
actually a very good thing. I think.
Return right.
Yeah,
This is a return right campaign.
and Hamsafa, which it actually
Bo Hamsafa.
Bo Hamsafa. Usually
Yeah.
they used to have, and they discontinued it, and they
Yeah, we had something called Tapsi Line.
yeah.
That was the name. You could share your cap with
I
others.
used to get that a lot.
Yeah, but it had a lot of disadvantages and frauds and technical bugs and stuff like that. So they shut it down for a while. They redesigned it, remodeled that function, and now it is used. It is called Boham Safa.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Then there is the whole debacle, which I know. I think you were in Tapsi when it happened. Ajale daram, ajale nadaram.
Exactly.
Which,
yes.
okay, for those of you who don't know, there was a option. Both services used it,
Yeah.
which you could pay more a little, and you found the car sooner.
Yes, I'm in a rush. Ajale dara.
Yeah, I'm in a rush, or I'm
in
not
a
in a
hurry.
rush, which would bring down the.
That was specifically for Tapsi.
Oh, that was specifically for
Yes.
Tapsi. Okay.
And we still have it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we still have that. Yeah, we still have that. Yes.
It's not. Where
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, let me check it. We still have it. Ajale Nadora. If you tap on that icon that I'm not in a hurry, the prices will get down. And
But it takes longer to
it
find.
tells you, yeah, it takes like 15 or 20 minutes to find a driver for you. But
Yeah, but anyways, you got sued. I think not you. Like
the whole
Industry.
companies, yeah, no, we don't have it.
yeah, I'm saying I haven't
Yeah.
used it.
Yeah, we don't have. We used to have it, but we took that down
Yeah.
as well.
Anyways, the thing is that everyone got sued because it was clearly no driver would accept it unless it was Ajale Daram.
Exactly. Yeah, it was. Actually, we've been forced by some governmental organizations.
To take it down.
If I want to translate the name of it, is the Consumers Protection Organization. سازمان حمایت از حقوق مصرف کننده.
Yeah.
And they actually they haven't sued us. They told us that you have to do this.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise,
it's
there
Iran.
will be Otherwise, there will be consequences. So yeah, they took it down.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest,
I think that we have a better application in terms of design.
in many cases, I agree with that because Snap is not a good design.
Yeah.
I hate them.
But we don't have a huge driver base, unfortunately. We're still far away from Snap. They have more drivers.
Yeah, they have more drivers, but they also, their system is more gamified. Like, you cannot get a car at like 12:50 p.m. You can't. You have to, they will not accept until it's 1 p.m. because then the prices will get increased. They change their prices based on hour.
Nice.
So, no, not nice. It fucks people like me. Like, you're in a...
Let me text my colleagues. Hey, we have to do this.
Oh my god.
No, I'm joking. We have a very complicated
I know.
algorithm
I do
to
not understand
match the rides. It's interesting. I mean, it was one of... it was a very, very exciting experience working in Tapsi for me. In a couple of months, I mean, in 2 or 3 months, it has been... I have to put it this way. I will have been working in Tapsi, future perfect continuous. I will have been working in Tapsi for 2 years next quarter.
Yeah.
Yes. And that was a fucking great experience.
Well, anyways, speaking of fucking great experiences, we are nearing our 2-hour...
Really?
mark. Yeah, we've been talking for 1 hour and 50 minutes.
Nice. Time flies.
Yeah.
Good.
Anyways, before we go, do you have anything you want to plug?
Well, before we started this episode, I had some thoughts. First and foremost, we've been friends for 20 years, but we have never ever sat together and speak in English.
Yeah.
I thought that it might be difficult, but when we did it, it was very nice. Well, afterwards, before again, right before the show, you gave me a bunch of papers that realized I don't know, I cannot explain it. What a great friend you are. I mean, you have tried to, I can put it this way, you have tried to collect some memories from people that I know to print it like a book because I was getting married. The project has failed, but anyhow...
It failed miserably.
No, but
3 people only.
No problem, but the gesture reminded me that what a great friend I have. And when we've been talking the whole 2 hours, for me it was a mixture of happiness and sadness, because I realized that maybe in a couple of months from now I may not be here. You may not be here.
Yeah, we might both be in Americas.
That's interesting.
Different sides of the board.
Yeah,
but,
that's interesting.
If Mr. Trump gets his way, we'll be having 30,
exactly. Yeah, once again we can share the nationalities. Exactly. Yeah. Well, anyhow, I just wanted to tell you that it was amazing.
Well, I'm glad.
And I don't care if you have 3 listeners or 30 million. If
only I had 30 million.
You can reach there. I have no doubts. I just wanted to tell you that whenever you want to do something like that, I'm here for you.
Well, thank you so much. I genuinely mean that. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Well, is that your final word?
Yes.
Well,
that's it.
With that said, I hope you, our 3 listeners, had a great time. I had a great time. I fucking loved this episode.
Yes, that was
We've
cool.
talked about a lot of memories, which I understand will make this very limited enjoyment, but it was very enjoyable for us.
Exactly.
Hopefully it was enjoyable for you. Hopefully by the time the next season starts, which there will be a season 13, maybe it'll be my life falling apart because it's 13 and it's a unlucky number. And my life is falling apart. But anyways, hopefully by then I can share a link to the video. It's my birthday in 2 weeks as well, so yeah, by the time you're listening to me again, I will be 28 years old.
28 years old.
Yeah.
And again, you will be older than me, but in a couple of months I'll reach you.
Yeah, exactly. You're only 2 months younger than me. Don't.
I know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you had a good time.
Cool.
Goodbye, and we will see you all when season 13 starts, in 3 weeks,